Hedwig Herbarium presents How to Bind a Narcissist Without Becoming the Villain, using dark magic for self-sovereignty. Dealing with a narcissist is an exhausting experience that requires both practical boundaries and energetic reinforcement. Narcissists are like energy vampires, from the covert types who are sociopathic and outwardly pious to the aggressive bullies who are psychopathic and dangerous. Of course, if you are in physical danger, you must remove yourself, if you can, or involve the law to pave the way out of the darkness and ensure your safety. A narcissist's greatest weapon is the space they take up in your head. Today we're using the magic of the shadow to evict them. I'm going to show you how to bind their influence and build a fortress around your energy without ever having to cast a hex. The dark magic versus black magic distinction. This video focuses on shadow work protection, the dark magic of looking into the abyss of a toxic situation and commanding your space without needing to resort to black magic for harming others. Dark magic isn't evil, it's the magic of the soil, the root, and the void. It's about reclamation and containment. Black magic takes it a step further. Whether using curses, hexes, voodoo dolls, or even satanic rituals, you run the risk of intentions backfiring, especially if you take into consideration the rule of 3, where the magic can hit you just as hard as it hits your target. Binding is stopping someone from harming you, while hexing or cursing is causing harm to others. Let's take a look at 5 herbs that are great for banishing and binding. Black pepper, protection and banishing. Sprinkle a barrier across your office doorway or in your shoes to walk away from toxicity. Garlic, strong warding. Use the peels in a return to sender jar to keep their projections from sticking to you. Rosemary, mental clarity. Burn or use as an oil to clear gaslighting fog and remember your own truth. Nettle, the stinging boundary. Carry in a sachet or pouch to make your energy unpalatable to those who want to pick at you. Rue, breaking ties. Use in a spray bottle or floor wash at home or work to wash away the lingering presence of a narcissist. Now, let's take a look at some gemstones to help deal with binding and banishing narcissists. Black tourmaline, the ultimate shield. It doesn't just block, it transmutes negative energy into neutral energy. Black obsidian, the truth stone. It helps you see the narcissist's tactics clearly so you aren't caught in their web. Hematite, the grounding anchor, vital for staying calm during a confrontation or a rage cycle. Tiger's eye, the warrior's confidence. Specifically for the solar plexus, it gives you the spine to say no and stick to it. Labradorite, the aura protector. It prevents leaks in your energy field where a narcissist might try to hook in emotionally. Now we're moving on to prepare a simple binding spell. A simple binding spell. Magic is 50% ritual and 50% psychology. This ritual isn't to hurt them, it's to make you invisible to the narcissist's manipulation. But remember, in even more dangerous or heinous situations, the strongest magic is a physical boundary or intervention. A basic freezer spell or mirror trap. Place a photo or the name of the person in your freezer or facing a small mirror. Surround it with black tourmaline and black pepper. Then state the following. I bind your tongue, I bind your aim. You have no power over my name. Your words reflect back to you alone. My peace is mine, my heart is stone. Another method you can perform anywhere is called grey rocking, the psychological method of acting as uninteresting and unresponsive as a literal rock, to become energetically unpalatable. Narcissists feed on emotional reactions, highs or lows. By pairing grey rocking with stones, you aren't just acting bored, you are energetically grounding yourself so deeply that their hooks find nowhere to land. Hematite is an emotional shock absorber. Keep a piece of hematite in your pocket or wear it as a ring on your dominant hand. It's incredibly heavy and grounding. When the narcissist tries to bait you into an argument, physically touch the stone. It's your physical cue to stay heavy. It reminds your nervous system not to rise to their bait. You are the mountain, their words are just wind. Here's another step to use when grey rocking. The mirror gaze with obsidian helps you to stay grounded in reality. Narcissists use gaslighting to make you doubt your eyes. Obsidian is a truth stone. When they try to rewrite history, look at your obsidian. Remind yourself, I see the truth clearly. It helps you maintain the grey rock persona without losing your mind in the process. Next, we'll check out the best phases of the moon for binding rituals. For your banishing work and boundary setting rituals, you'll want to utilise the waning moon phase, the time between the full moon and the new moon. This is the ideal energetic window for releasing, binding and pushing away toxic influences. Following are the primary waning moon windows for 2026. Each window begins the day after the full moon and ends the day of the new moon. Feel free to pause and take a screenshot for future reference. Note, the March 3 full moon is a total lunar eclipse, very potent for endings. Special, May 31st is a blue moon, making early June powerful for once in a blue moon type finality. The best time for binding. The last quarter moon, halfway through the waning cycle, is the peak time for binding magic, when you want to halt someone's progress or speech. Upcoming last quarter is on the 10th of January in 2026. The dark moon, the 3 days before the new moon, this is the strongest time for total banishing and making yourself invisible to a narcissist's radar. Upcoming dark moon is on the 15th of January until the 17th, 2026. If you're dealing with narcissists at work or home, scheduling your shadow binding ritual during these windows will add that extra celestial weight to your intentions. Next, we're moving on to animal totems. These animals embody the shadow qualities of protection, using stealth, ferocity, or mystery to maintain space without necessarily attacking. The crow, the gatekeeper of the void. Crows are the ultimate shadow work animals. They bridge the gap between light and dark and see through illusions, gaslighting. Use the crow totem when you need to see the truth behind a narcissist's lies. Crows are fearless and highly intelligent. They don't get intimidated, they just outsmart the predator. Crows represent prophetic sight. They help you anticipate the narcissist's next move before they even make it. The badger, the master of the fierce boundary. The badger is famous for its "don't mess with me" attitude. It's small but so fierce and thick-skinned that even much larger predators back away. This is the totem for the unbreakable no. When you need the spine to set a boundary and not budge an inch, you call on badger energy. It represents grounding and standing your ground. Channel the badger when you need to be immovable. Note, the honey badger is the extreme version, if you need to take it that far. The spider, the weaver of strategy. The spider doesn't chase, it builds a web and waits. It represents self-possession, patience, and the ability to create a container for your energy. Use spider energy for energetic containment. Instead of being caught in the narcissist's web, you become the weaver of your own life. It's about being detached and calculating rather than emotional. Use the spider as a metaphor for grey rocking. You may stay still and stay in your corner, and you don't let their vibrations disturb your web. The octopus, the master of camouflage and escape. The octopus is the genius of the deep sea. It can change its colour, texture and shape to blend in, the magical version of the grey rock, and uses ink to disappear when a situation gets too toxic. This is for energetic invisibility. Use octopus energy when you have to be in the same room as the narcissist, but don't want them to see your true self. It's about flexibility and knowing how to slip out of a trap, manipulative conversation. This is the stealth totem. It's perfect for workplace narcissism where you need to blend in to survive until you can make your exit. The snake, the master of shedding and rebirth. Snakes represent the dark magic of transformation and the return to sender energy. They are masters of the ground, reality, and know exactly when to strike or when to slither away. The snake helps you shed the victim skin. When a narcissist tries to hook into your past or your insecurities, snake energy helps you leave that old version of yourself behind so they have nothing left to grab onto. The snake's gaze is a form of protection. It represents the ability to stare down a narcissist without blinking or losing your cool. Now we're going to learn about the deities who are best for banishing and binding. Hecate, the goddess of crossroads and protection. She's the mother of witches. Use her for banishing. She carries the torch that reveals the narcissist's lies. Hades, he's the wealthy one. Hades is invisible and silent. He teaches us how to build a private fortress. Hades doesn't argue, he just stays in his power. Great for maintaining a poker face around toxic people. Ereshkigal, the queen of the great below. She is about absolute boundaries. In her realm, you must strip away your ego. She is perfect for when you need to bury a relationship and never look back. Anubis, the god of funerary rites and the guide to the underworld. He's about truth and judgment. He helps us see the narcissist for who they really are, often hollow, and helps protect the soul during the transition of leaving a toxic situation. Hel, the Norse goddess of the underworld. She is half dead and half alive, representing neutrality. She is the patron of grey rocking. She teaches you how to be cold and unmoving when someone is trying to bait you. Loki, adopted son of Odin. He is a trickster and a shapeshifter. Use his energies for mirror magic. He helps you out-manipulate the manipulator, only so you can escape. He is the silver tongue that helps you navigate a conversation without giving anything away. Lilith. She is about sovereignty and refusal. She is the ultimate no. Lilith is great for people who have been silenced or subservient and need to reclaim their dark feminine raw, to walk away. The Dagda, Celtic god, father figure, king and druid. He has a club that can kill or heal. He is the good god but has a massive protective presence. He's great for those who want to be the protector of their home and family against a narcissist's influence. Medusa, a famous Greek gorgon and a symbol of survivor's rage and sovereign protection. Just as she turned onlookers to stone, Medusa represents the ultimate grey rocking energy. She teaches you to see the trap before you fall into it. Baron Samedi, Haitian spirit of the dead. He is the master of the graveyard and the ultimate wall. He has zero patience for nonsense or fake people. He's great for binding a bully. The dark versus black magic balance. There's a difference between wishing someone harm and making yourself untouchable. When including these deities, my advice is to frame them as mentors of the void. Avoid asking them to smite the narcissist, which drifts into black magic. Advocate. Asking them to bar the door. For example, ask Hades to hide you. Ask Hecate to guide you away. Ask Hell to make you as cold as ice to their manipulations. These deities aren't evil. They deal with the parts of life that most people are too afraid to look at. They are perfect allies for someone who feels they are walking through hell with a narcissist. Final thoughts. Stop trying to change the narcissist and start binding their power over you. Don't play their games and use language that shows how you're not buying what they're trying to sell, such as, "I hear what you're saying. That's an interesting opinion. That's not on my radar. That's great, but I'm not interested." You get the drift. I hope you enjoyed this unique blend of ancient mythology, practical psychology and magical correspondences, exactly what we need when trying to find our footing in a toxic situation if all else fails. Between the herbs, the stones, the animal totems, the 2026 lunar timing and the High Council of Deities, we have every layer of protection covered, physical, psychological and ethereal. Once again, please differentiate between what you can and can't handle. If you're in danger, the obvious action is involving the law and gaining whatever support you can through friends and family. Remember, the strongest magic is a physical boundary. Balancing dark protective energy with the goal of self-empowerment is a nuanced approach that helps us deal with difficult dynamics. Please feel free to share your stories, ideas and comments. I'm eager to know if this resonated with you. Anyway, good luck and stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. Blessed be.